Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This video is sponsored by the good people over at Dungeon Hunter Champions. In this game you can join thousands of players in the ultimate online action RPG. Customize your team of champions, embark on epic adventures and clash with enemies in real-time 5v5 battles. Team up with thousands of players, compete in live PvP, collect and power up over 250 champions, and face massive raid bosses in epic campaigns. And if this looks like a game for you, then hit the link in the description and download now. So let's begin with the facts. It's a free-to-play game, and you can go and download it either on iOS or Android. The game currently has a 4.7 out of 5 stars, which is pretty impressive. Most games seem to be a lot less, especially with a game of this caliber, so it is really impressive. The current device that I'm using to run the game is an iPhone 7 Plus. Android may see a little bit of drop off with performance, but if you've got the most current Android, then you're probably going to find that the game is going to run smoothly. Let's begin with the basics and movements. If you're new to the game, then you'll find that the movement's on the left hand side. So you're moving your left thumb around, and it will just move the character around. You end up in this big hall after going through a very easy campaign to start with and finding out like the way and how the game works. If I was to liken it to anything, it was like League of Legends meets World of Warcraft. Both games are absolutely fantastic and have an amazing following. This has that kind of scheme with it. So I think if you're fans of those two games, then you're really going to enjoy Dungeon Hunter Champions. One thing that's incredibly important to me is to know where the menus are and what you're going to be doing. Your next objective, your next mission, your arenas, your battlefield stuff. That is really important to know where that is, and this is really simple. So on your left hand side, you've got your news, your inbox, your friends, your rankings and your guild, all important information. That's not essential for the fighting aspect, but you know where that is. Then on the bottom you've got your most important things, which is missions, champions, summon and shop. All things that are important to your development and understanding how you're developing your missions, as well as how you organize your champions. And then to the right hand side you've got battlefield and adventure. Essentially this is your arena and your campaign. Now this is where the game changes a little bit, because it becomes a little bit immersive. If you go up to certain sections like battlefield, as we're now, you see it just kind of comes right in. It's like you're understanding where your champion is moving around. As you can see, we're going to see the top arena players, and you can go around the room doing the same thing for different things and kind of being interactive with what's going on, clicking on things. And there's gold, there's gems on offer if you go around, so it's important to do that, and you can see other players actually playing the game at the same time. The game has 3 main resources, but there are kind of micro resources which we'll cover in a moment. So we've got energy, which is important for going into the adventure and the storyboard. Next, we've got gold, and gold is important for upgrading and improving certain gear and other aspects of the game. And then we've got gems, which again are important for purchase of things, and we'll cover that in the shop in a moment. When you begin as a new player, you have to go through the storyboard. I do recommend to do that first. I'm only up to the 2nd storyboard, but I'm finding that this, from what you get out of it, is important to then improve your champions, which will then go for great things when it comes to coming back. Essentially, you can redo this and have an epic mode as well as a legendary mode, and you're going to get better things from this. It's good that you get that out, but you will need to do the easiest ones first and then come back and do the harder ones to get better stuff, because you want to kick butt when it comes to the arena and other content. When you begin, you'll only be able to fight with one of your champions, and then as you progress further, you're able to unlock more slots to have more people with you, and you can have different classes, different stars of these ones with you. And you know, you're going to get healers, you're going to get people that are going to be damage dealers, tanks. There's lots of things that you can play about with, and you'll find as you're progressing on, you're going to get more powerful units to then add to your little fighting roster of 4. One thing I must commend the developer on is the graphics. Graphics are fantastic. As you can see, movement wise, it's great, it's all on point. Now some of them you'll have like mages, similar again to World of Warcraft. You've got mages, so essentially you're keeping your distance, firing off things like magic, obviously, it's mage. So it's good to keep your distance and understanding what type of unit you are. You're going to have warriors, as we can see. We'll switch now to the warrior, which is very much all about getting stuck in and being that person that takes the damage, so that then your healer can heal, and you know, you just work as a team. That's how it's essentially working. You can use potions if you want to, but as you can see, we've got the Bull Demon King that we're going to face off now. And getting out of things like squares is important, because you see here when he's doing the chop down, get out of the way. You're going to get in a load of pain if you get hit. Now that was a pretty intense fight. I did make a few mistakes in that I got too close and it was important to keep my distance, and unfortunately the rest of my team did well, bite the dust. So that's when health potions are really helpful. Now I'm feeling a little bit battered and bruised from that, and as well as my ego feels a little bit battered and bruised. I go over to my champion section and I want to improve one of these. And in particular, I'm going to improve the healer. I wanted the healer to stay alive a little bit longer, to be a little bit more of assistance. I've got this 2-star here, which is not doing anything. So essentially, by training up and saying, yes, I want to use that particular champion, I want to kill that champion off, which as you can see, I now am down to 3 champions you can do. I don't think a 2-star one's going to be of value to help out with my further progression. So that's the reasoning for that. Keeping the 3 strong ones there. So we've got the one there, which is the mage, we've got the support, the healer, and we've got the fighter. 3 darn good ones. And when I open up that other slot, I'm going to be able to get more strength and more power. So yeah, exciting times are ahead. The gearing system is pretty exciting in that you can really improve your squad when you're fighting. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to equip, because I don't have anything on the helmet section for this particular fighter, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to upgrade at the same time. You can upgrade multiple times, increase that up, and you'll see in the corner, which is just over here, that stats are going up for this. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I've got 35k in the bank, so that's what I'm going to do, improve that as I go. How do you get more champions to heal you as? This is done through summoning, and summoning requires you to get discs that are grinded out through doing the storyboard like adventure, as well as doing raid bosses, which we'll cover in a moment. And yeah, once you get these discs, you're able to purchase them with gold. You need the discs in order to buy with gold, in order to get the particular champion. So as you can see here, purchase there because I've got a disc to start with. More commonly, you're going to get a 1-star rated champion, which again is like, it's helpful in some. We saw one kind of, we kind of discarded one in order to improve another one, and that was the main focus there. But you can do whatever you like with these champions, whether or not you think they're going to be an improvement, an asset to your unit is your kind of thoughts there. One thing that's really cool is there is a battlefield, there's an arena to start with, then the 5v5. As you progress through the game, obviously you need to learn how to play it, and that's something that I'm learning a little bit, is how to progress through, and at the same time how to use my different units to my advantage, especially when it comes into an arena situation. And there's also a PvP store, so when you win all those lovely kind of battlefield chips, you're able to spend them on stuff to kind of improve your summoning collection. One thing that I really commend is the difference in game modes. Sometimes you'll be doing boss battles, other times you'll be doing like protection, like protect the flag, and this is what we're doing now. We're doing an escort for a particular champion, and sometimes you're being chased and having to chase other opponents, which, you know, is pretty darn cool. Boss battles are so much fun. You can see at the top, we're getting them down, we're away from danger. Got the mage working, slamming in those fantastic kind of bolts and picking up the win. The progression route of the game is absolutely fantastic. I would say do the adventure first, do all the boards, and then see and kind of try your luck with boss raids and see how that goes. And then you've got special events, ultimate blitz and co-op. So from start to finish, and you're going push into the end game, you're going to be kept busy for a while. I'd say from watching other YouTubers that do cover the game, that it becomes very technical at a certain point. But as you go, understanding will be there, how you can set up your gear, what you set up your units at, and how you play towards class advantage and disadvantage. Fun, enjoyable game for all ages, and I strongly recommend picking it up. I've had a blast playing it so far, and I'll continue to have a blast playing it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you do want to pick up this game, a download link is in the description. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.